Hey, you. You know how to do things? Yeah, you know how to do things? It is Saturday, January 20th of 2024. 8 minutes till 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? I just know that I'm working on some photos. Third straight night to be streaming. Second straight night to be working on photos. And then, if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of any streams or new videos. Gonna try to figure out the YouTube shorts a bit someday. If I need somebody to riff off of. Know what I'm saying? But it'll be good. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's wake. Let's go to wake. Let's go to work. Let's see. And I got like 2 cards to work with, so we'll be all right. So I was kind of messing with my settings, and I was on the struggle bus early. I was on them there struggle bus. The struggle bus. That's good. We'll work with this one. I mean, it's kind of, you have to rebuild your following from the ground up. Because it's been a minute since I've streamed. I think once people figure out, oh yeah, Tyler streams. Then we can go from there. See, like, the camera was just like, just being a turd. So, like, get that? No. But we'll be all right. We'll be good. Like, I've always been debating, like, should I like stream on Twitch? Should I stream on, YouTube? Should I do Facebook? I know that Facebook does streaming, but does anybody really want, like, go to Facebook to, like, watch streams? I don't think so. Like, people, like, will go to YouTube to watch videos, right? But I do think that, like, YouTube, it's more of a wider audience, but when people think streaming, they think Twitch. So, yeah, who knows? But I don't mind it. Like, if I'm buried by the algorithm, I'm buried by the algorithm. You just have to take the good with the bad. Although I think I did make sure that the audio issues have been rectified, so they should be all well and good now. But earlier tonight, I was in Coon Rapids for number 9 ranked Cam and number 12 ranked CRB, and it was defensive all around. It was just wasn't pretty basketball. Now, like in CRB's defense, they led for a good majority of the game. They just kind of let it slip away. I can't English today. They kind of let it slip away late. But I kind of realized that I think CRB has one and one little weakness to him. One little weakness. And that weakness is, or maybe not so much a weakness, but a question, is do the Crusaders, keep in mind the CRB girls, do they have like a true 3-point shooter? And from what I saw, they get big in the paint, they attack the paint, they attack the glass. But when it comes to, hey, I need to make some big shots. I need to make some big shots down the stretch. I need to drop some threes. I don't know if they have that sort of personnel. And I don't know. I mean, that's kind of one of those things to think about. Is do you have that person that you can bring in and they're icy, they're icy, and you can bring them in or be a part of you can go small ball a little bit, and then do a little small ball, and then you're like, okay, all right, we need you to pop back, and we'll draw up an offense to where we kick you out the ball for an open look, and you drop the three. Because like what Cam did, or CAM, is it CAM or Cam? What they do is what they did to pull away late was they had their best. There's Charlie. Hey, Charlie. I visited with him during the game. Always good to visit with Charlie. Shout out, Charlie. Shout out, Charlie. I can't English today. I can't English tonight, guys. Yeah. I had some better pictures down the stretch. But yeah, I was thinking about that on the drive home. And the reason why I didn't stream earlier, or pop on earlier, is I had to go get groceries. I was dangerously low on food. And I had to go poor man. But I'm okay with poor man. Poor man, sometimes you can make good food with poor man stuff. Some people might call it the struggle bus, but I was like, you know what? You make the best of it. You know, it's like you make the best of it, and you just, it's like, oh man, like I could start cooking. I wouldn't mind starting to cook. I don't know. I was decent when I was decent when I made food. I thought my food tasted good. And I can hear Big Edis right now being like, Tyler, making mac and cheese is not cooking. making a bowl of mac and cheese ain't cooking. I mean, like, I actually like went all out. I got like a hot pot. It's not gonna come in until like Tuesday, but I want to try the hot pot. Yeah, that came out okay. I think this lady's streaming. And then, like, sometimes my mouse likes to go missing. Yeah, that came out okay. And she looks like she's got like a stream. Oh, it's probably her phone. That's her phone. Yeah. Here. She's streaming on her phone. Tee. But yeah, okay, now we're in the second half. I'm breezing through this, actually. And then, like, by the second half, I was able to figure out settings. I was able to be okay. Yeah, I was able to get my settings all figured out. Then, of course, like, it didn't hit. There's times where it hits, and there's times where it doesn't. And then there's times where it works, you know, works out. And then there's times where I'm like, oh, man, what a big whiff. And I was whiffing. I was whiffing a little bit. But I think by the end of the night, I was doing okay. And I will admit, you know, for me, like a lot of the girls' sports, and it's nothing on the girls. Like, say, like, I don't want to focus on the dang crowd. I want to focus on the action. I think I got a better shot. So I wish I kind of had. See, like, I don't know. I think I had it on a setting that just didn't concentrate on it very much. Or maybe I need to play a game, but I gotta be careful when I play games. It's like, what are you even looking at? That lady looks like she is not having a good time. See, like, it's like, oh, there's a focal point of my shot, but no. It is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Is what it is. Just the way it is. You can go up a little bit more. There we go. So, if you're wondering where I got this music from, is from Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Description. It's the links in the description below. Oh goodness. Tyler, you can't English today. I kind of wonder what Sweeze is up to. What's Sweeze doing? Life's too easy. Life's too easy for Sweezy. I think that man gets paid more than I do. I think that man gets paid more than I do. See, like with the Kemper girls, man, I was hitting on all cylinders because I kind of knew their. See, like with the Kemper girls, man, I was hitting on all cylinders because I kind of knew their CRB girls enough. Kind of knew their tendencies, and then I was like, man, I haven't seen like CRB girls enough. Okay, we're gonna push past this one. Okay, we're gonna push past this one. This one's kind of. There we go. Yep, and I use Spotify for that stuff too. Yeah. Yep, and I use Spotify for that stuff. So. Yeah, you know. We're just gonna trim in just a little bit. Oh. Trim in a little bit more. We're just gonna trim in just a little bit. Trim in a little bit more. You know, we'll kind of. Yeah. You know, we'll kind of. Yeah. Coach McAllister will probably thank me. We got Rage Face. Coach McAllister. We got Coach Rage Face. We got Rage Face. We got Coach Rage Face. I was like, man, we're kind of like. That one's actually all right. We can use that one. We're kind of like. That one's actually all right. We can use that one. And don't think for a second like I'm like, oh man, like I am shunning. Don't think for a second like I'm like, you know, oh, man, background like people. It's like more like shunning. We're trimming. We're getting close. You know, we're trimming people. It's more like we're getting close. We're trimming. There we go. There we go. Gonna try to hide a little bit of that. There we go. Rage Face, Coach Face. What play are we running? Yeah, I mean, like, CRB was just making mistakes down the stretch. But I think what they really need the most. They need the most is they need a good, just a good sniper from behind the perimeter. Just, that's what Cam had, and they made the big shots late, and they pulled away late. And it wasn't like, anybody was getting too cute or anything. And I don't know. I'm not the type of guy that will blame officials. I think, officials, they're no better than you or me. And I mean, like, I think when it comes down to professionals, like, that get paid, a fairly decent wage, and their job is to officiate games. Now, like, I will say in defense of officials, like, sometimes things move so fast. Like, when I was covering the Emerald of Venom, officials were always throwing flags. The officials were very flag friendly. And that was because the game moves so fast, and it's such a compacted space that they're seeing holding all the time, or they're seeing, pass interference all the time. It would just drive opposing teams bonkers. They just drive them like up a wall. That one's a pretty good shot. And the cool part is we want to get this guy in the overalls in there, man. We want to get him in there. Then there's a lot of flannel, because it's cold. It's cold, man. It's cold. That's probably my best shot from the night. Not gonna lie, that was probably one of my better shots from the night. Yeah, I should have used like the little lens for that one, but that one's good. We could probably pull in a little bit for this one, couldn't we? This Chica right here, she was knocking down the big shots. She was pretty good. Here's the thing, though. It's like CRB's young. And yeah, even though they'll lose. Yeah, I got like a rogue arm. What I call phantom limbs. What I could do. Can I go tight? No. Dang. Yeah, I was thinking I can go tight. Yeah, I don't like phantom limbs a whole lot. Yeah, and then if I bumped up the shutter speed a little bit more, that would have stuck in time, but okay. I'm gonna see how many photos I got from that. Oh, 27, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. 27 usables. Okay. Okay. I think I got quite a few from boys. Yeah. I have an easier time with boys, actually. Just because guys tend to fly around a little more. guys tend to fly around. There's nothing on, like, there's nothing on the ladies. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I would say it's nothing wrong with the ladies. It's just different style of play. The CRB boys won big. They won big. They won big. Come in a little bit. Go right to the belt buckle. There we go. Not bad, not bad. What was that one shot that I had? Oh, this looks like a Hadouken. Hadouken! Hadouken! It's like in Street Fighter 3, where like you're throwing the Hadouken as Ryu or Ken, and like the back of the like, you know, their hair kind of pops back because of the force of the attack, and then their like shirt kind of blows backwards. The back of their shirt blows back because of the force from the Hadouken. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Kate had a big night. That's not so much of a Hadouken. Nah, not so much of a Hadouken. Hadouken! He had a little bit of grit in there, though. That one's kind of cool. We'll go with that one. We'll go with that one. You know what I kind of get a kick out of is like, and I gotta circle back to my boy Sweeze. Is Sweeze, I think he tends to like to stream at like 4 in the morning. Oh man. Like in the States, that's the hour where like not even God's awake, man. Of course the camera didn't. It's like, can't catch things sometimes. That one's not terrible, but I think I got better ones at Cal. That one's not so bad. We'll use that one. Corey Meyer. So, like, he did cross some thresholds, but they were like, they're not exactly like news. It's like, oh, that's really cool that happened. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna darken that just a little bit. I mean, I could have gotten away with like turning up the shutter speed to allow a little more darkness, but yeah, 1000 usually does the trick. It's like, oh, that's really cool that happened. So it's kind of looking at, yeah, pretty cool. Way better once a cow. I'm gonna darken that just a little bit. I mean, I could have gotten. Say, I got a ref. Like, I got a ref in the way. Turning up. Yeah, got a ref in the way. So it's kind of looking Yeah.
Way better ones of
That
Cal.
one's all right. But this one's usable. This one's usable.
I got a ref in the way.
It's usable, guys. It's usable.
Yeah, got a ref in the way. Yeah, this one's usable.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boys.
It's
Oh boys.
usable,
Oh
guys.
boys.
It's usable.
Okay, we're gonna. Oh, this lady's letting rip. Wow, that lady's like trying to have bangs, but I don't think she got bangs.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boys. Oh boys. Oh boys. Okay, we're gonna.
I don't know. Are bangs coming back in?
Oh, this lady's letting it rip. Wow, that lady's like trying to have bangs, but I don't think she got bangs left. I don't know. Are bangs coming back in?
I thought that came out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's go with that. That's kind of got a cool look in the background. Let's do that. We'll kind of crop that way, and we'll do that. And we'll go like that.
Oh, there we go.
How about that?
Let's go with that. That's
Yeah.
kind of got a cool
Yeah.
look in the background.
That came out
do
cool.
that. We'll kind of crop that way, and we'll do
Oh, here we go. This was like, got all this. Yes, sir. I pumped my fist when this happened.
that.
It's like, yes! Yes!
How about that?
Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
That came out.
It's not simply just another Tuesday.
Oh, here we go. This was like,
really?
I got all
Did I get
this.
this one too?
Yes, sir.
A little bit. A little bit.
I pumped
See, I
my
was
fist
starting to
when
hit
this
the
happened.
stride once I got
I was like,
the woods.
yes!
And this lady's distraught.
Yes! Yes!
Like, oh no, oh no.
Just another Tuesday.
This is not good, boys. This is not good.
Oh, wait. Can I get this one too? A little bit. See, I was starting to hit the stride.
This
once
one
I
might
got
be
the
even
woods. And this lady's
better.
distraught now. It's like, oh no. This is not good.
Yes.
This is not good.
Yeah.
This is not good, boys. This
Yeah.
is not good.
We'll go with this.
This one
Bum,
might be...
bum, 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 bum. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with this.
Wasn't there another shot I had that had like a bit of the palms? I'll have to look.
Who?
Like, and it came out kind of a really cool. Came out as a really cool shot.
Yeah.
This guy's just chilling.
Wasn't there another shot I had that had like a bit of the palms? I'll have to look. Like, and it
Okay.
came out kind of a really.
I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna look for that.
Came out
I'll
as
see
a
if that came
really
out
cool
okay.
shot. This guy's just chilling.
Wait. Hold on. Somewhere on this other side, I thought.
I'm gonna double check.
Let me dig for it.
I'll see if that came out okay.
Unless it didn't come out so hot.
Wait.
This one? Yeah, this one. So that one kind of came out kind of cool because you see the palms.
Unless it didn't come out so hot.
You see the bit of the palms in there. That's kind of a cool shot. I kind of like the framing of that. So we'll go with that one. That one's cool.
This one?
Yeah. So we'll go with those.
Yeah, this one.
All right. But we're not well boys yet.
So that one kind of
We
came
not-
out kind
we
of cool
not
because
doing
you see the palms.
Oh no.
So So you see the bit of the palms in there. That's kind of a cool shot. I kind of like the framing of that. So we'll go with that one. That was cool.
And then I'll probably go over scores in a little
So
bit.
we'll go with those.
Go over scores.
Right. But we're not done with boys yet. We not done.
See, like, kept on getting the cheerleader in the foreground, but that's
And then
okay.
I'll probably
She's
go
doing
over
her
scores
job.
in a little bit.
Doing what
Go over
she's
scores.
doing is just, she's rooting for the home team. And Cade Barons, I think he knocked down
See, like,
about what?
Kept on getting the cheerleader in the foreground, but that's okay. She's doing her job.
I would say he knocked down quite a bit of.
Doing what she's doing.
Quite a few
She's
shots.
Just, she's rooting for the home team.
Ooh, we need to find a.
Cade Barons, I think he knocked down about what? I would say he knocked down quite a few shots. Ooh, we need to find
And then what I need to do is I need to kind of set a schedule. Yeah, I was trying to go.
And then
with,
what I need to do is I need to kind of set a schedule.
Yeah, I wanted some some generic file art, so I can just use that for
Yeah,
if I have to post announcements or whatever. Was that one better looking?
Yeah, I wanted some
Okay, now we're back.
some generic.
We're back to basketball.
File art, so I can just use that for if I have to post announcements or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that one better looking? Okay, now we're back. We're back to basketball.
Tell you what, though, for a sophomore, Cal looks like a man out there. Yeah, he's a man. I like the framing of that one. Let's go with that one. I mean, we're clipping a little bit of the basketball out.
Tell you
but
what,
that's okay.
though, for a
I'm okay
sophomore,
with that.
Cal looks like a man out there. Yeah, he's a man.
And sometimes, you just kind of have to, try your hand at being a little,
I like the framing of that one.
try being a little artsy.
I mean, we're clipping a little bit of the basketball out.
And
but that's
I
okay.
don't know,
I'm okay with that.
some people they
And
tell me all the
sometimes,
time, it's
you just
oh man,
kind of have to.
why do you shoot horizontal for
try your hand at
basketball?
being a little,
Because you can crop to make it vertical.
try being a little artsy.
Yeah. You can crop it to make it more
And I don't
horizontal.
know, some people they tell me all the time. It's oh man, why do you shoot horizontal for basketball? Well,
Trim in a little
you
bit
can
closer.
crop to make it vertical.
So there we go.
Yeah. You can crop it to make it more horizontal. Trim in a little bit closer. So there we go.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And we're just remember, we're just trimming in. Just coming close, just getting close a little bit. There we go. And then I always have a little bit of a little variance, Is Cal growing out a stash? He just needs to shave it a little more. Then he's got. I think by like the time he's a senior, he'll have a full beard. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see the full beard. I want to see the beard. Then I can be like, fear the beard. Fear the beard. It's like the antithesis of Carl Jones. Fear the beard. Where with Carl, you don't have to fear the beard because he's actually a nice guy. Yeah, see, like I'm trying to do like more vertical stuff. That one's good too. That one's good too. We'll go with that one. Close in on that. And then we'll go that. Yeah. Well, I think where Cal really excels, though, is I think he's like big time into baseball. Yeah, I think it's like the Haydens that are really big into baseball. But I mean, but Cal's just like an all-around really good athlete. Then his younger brother's actually pretty good too. CRB. I always have to ask though, if I'm always curious, is like, is it without the dash or with the dash? I'm always kind of curious. I'd like to get some feedback on that. Yeah, I'd always like to get some feedback because I'm like, oh, here we go. I like the framing of that. There are things like, I'm like, I like the framing of that. We'll go with the framing on that. Yep, now we're seeing the kids. Now we're seeing the kids. Now we're seeing the kids. Yeah, that means I'm pretty close to the end. And nothing really kind of crazy. Nothing crazy this time around. Although I think the CRB Wood gym is actually a pretty good gym to shoot in. The lighting's always really good. Okay, that's it. Okay, okay. All right. All right. That was a lot quicker than Kemper. Kemper took me a little bit because they had a lot of good a lot of good stuff to work with. Oh, SEC! Let's go! I had to look. I had to look. That isn't that the 10th straight game? 10th straight win for 10th or 9th? Wait. 10 straight? 10 straight. Yeah, 10 straight. They're 10-3. So they have the inside track. Yeah. This game and this game will determine the conference for South Central Cal. Very, very, very good. So let me bounce back for a second. We'll jump back to the Rolling Valley. Okay. Okay. All right. Ladies and germs. Oh yeah, that's right. I got one more card, but I don't think I went too crazy. We'll look real quick. Yeah, we'll look. He'll be like, "Durr! Why'd you do that? Why'd you do it? Why'd you do that?" Did I get the jump? Oh, I should have just put it towards the ground. Okay, that's the beginning. See, I should have put that more towards the ground. Should have went low. Yeah, went more towards the... darken that just a hair. There we go. Wow. Wait. I can't see phase. I'm always like, let's see phase. Let's see phase first. Okay, cool though. Yeah, you know what I should have done is I should have I think I'm okay. All right, boys. I think we good. Yeah, there was only one I really liked out of that bunch. Okay. All right, now. Sometimes you gotta take some with your phone. I know some people are like, why do you take pictures with your phone? Trim in a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like see like select that one. send that to myself. Then we can probably check the score of the Packers 49ers game. I'm sure it's done by now. CRB. Oops. Actually, we'll double check. Because I got this kind of on like a NFL. The National Football. Oh, Niners. Niners held off the Packers. This must have been a good game. Yeah. Now all that's left is Bucks, Lions, and Chiefs, Bills. Should be good. That's a good photo, too. Yeah, that's a good photo. Now the question is can the Niners get over the hump of the NFC title game? Yeah, can they get over the hump? Can they finally get into the... Can they finally get... I know, there's like a little bit of blur, but that's okay. I mean, it's not meant to impress. Yeah, like, it's not meant to, like, really impress. I mean, it's just a phone photo. I just like having those just is, like... Just to, like, have them. And then, so I can just throw them in here. And then, here's what I do. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Okay, now let's go that. Let's go. We'll go. Well, remember, best photos first, remember? So, because it's like an attract mode for like an arcade game. So, what would be a good attract mode photo? There was one. Oh. I know there's a really good one. I don't remember if I used it or I stumbled across it. Yeah, hold on. I just gotta remember which one it is. I know that was in the second half of the girls' game. I was like, I have one more. One more. Yeah, this is it. Okay, now. Oops. Now we're just kind of inching, we're looking. I thought it was in this bunch here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. It wasn't from that end. I know it was towards the end of the game, and I was over towards the bench. Bow, bow. Oh, hey, here we go. This is it. Not a flattering photo, but... Yeah, definitely not flattering photos, but... That one. Yep. Okay. Okay, Now I can start doing the update post. Mr. Bubbies! Mr. Bubbies! Mr. Bubbies! I need a good guy shot. Good guy shot. Good guy shot. Maybe. I had quite a few. Okay, another good girl shot. Another good girl shot, and then we can go. Yeah. Sometimes, like, upon, like, further review, I'd be like, yeah, let's do that instead. There we go. Much better. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that one. And I need one good one of maybe that one. And then let's go that one. Now we can go to work. Now we can do stuff. Mr. Bubbies. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I got you. I got you, Gabra. Ah! Let me do that. I don't know. Can we do this? Yeah, we can do that. Bop bop bop. Boopity bop boop. Beepity bop beep beep beep. That one. Come on. Come on. Don't play games now. Don't play games with me now. Don't play games. Don't play games with my heart. With my heart. My heart. Quit playing games. Baby, baby. This is my life so strong, and I give it up forever. Baby, baby. That's what I get for trying to sing Backstreet Boys. That's what I get. That's what you get, Tyler Liger. That's what you get. I got that one. Those. Those. And that one. And that one. Amy. Woo! Woo! Hey. Oh. Oh, there's a little boy now. Who's a little boy? Okay. How are we doing? Did I get that one? Yeah, I got that one. We add some more. I think I had the one of Cal too. So we'll do these. Okay, make sure I didn't have the same one twice. Nope. Okay. Yeah, a lot of CRB, so that's good. I have a lot of CRB art. Yeah, I have a lot of CRB art, so that's good. CRB art is good. There we go. All right. Hey, not bad. Yeah, we can switch these up a little bit. Switch them up a little bit. Man, it's just kids like just holding the basketball or whatever. Just not exactly super duper exciting shots, but parents like that stuff. That's why when the JVs or the reserves come in, you just snap like crazy. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Whew. Jay, go with basketball. Let's go with Saturday evening basketball for the soul. All right. Okay. It was okay, all right. I think yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I'm just kind of like in the mode, just like. Okay, all right. So, okay, the Crusaders fell to 9-2. Let's see. Let's look at our standings. And Valley, there we go. Bow, bow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, all right. We'll just do that Mohican real quick. 1, 2, 3, 3 game. 1, 2, 3, 4 game win streak. Okay. Down to 9-3, 8. Really, 8-3 in conference? Really, CRB? Oh, that's right. They lost Exira. Ooh, they need to win out from here on out. I think Cam. They won their 9th straight. Okay. Eleven and 1 overall, 8-1 in conference. There we go. Good way of saying that, right? Yeah, I think they might need a little help, right? Because they need to beat Exira, they need to beat Woodbine. They might need a little help too. They need a little help. They also may need a little help. Okay, all right. In the nightcap. DSP yells at Dents for questioning stuff. When does DSP okay, all right. Time for me to get on the soapbox while I'm working on, the little Facebook, the social media stuff. when does Darkseid Phil not like rail on his supporters? He like bites the hand that feeds them. I mean, I'm just befuddled. I was like, I would never be that unappreciative. And even if you ask like a dumb question, I'll answer it probably with a straight face. I might laugh at it because it might be funny, but I will never berate you. Unless like you really get on my nerves and then I snap, but I don't snap that often. I don't snap. Because you learn, like, I've been on the struggle bus enough times that every single, sometimes I don't take it greatly because I'm not used to getting compliments. You know, it's I don't know how to react with a compliment. I mean, the best thing to say is like, thank you and I appreciate it, but I'm just not used to it. I guess that's like when people are like, oh man, they really like your work. They really like what you do. And I'm just like, I don't know how to react to that. I was like, I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm paid to do, you know? And the best thing to do is just, take care of people. Okay. And the nightcap, the Crusaders. Took care of business. Took care of badness. Now we could probably jump over here. We can go here. CRB boys. Wow, Kale. Yeah, Kale had a good night. Okay. Cade was 6 of 11. Okay. I think they, used a huge second quarter. Favorable. 71, 53. Yeah, 28 points. Six 3-pointers to finish with 20 points. 20 points? Yeah. And I think those are all during the first half too. Yeah. And I think they were all like mostly in the first half, but that's okay. Oh, Cal finished with the double-double. Okay, so we can just say he had a double-double. And 10 rebounds. 10 boards. Yeah, 10 boards. 10 rebounds. Okay, all right, the crew. Oops. Grand Rapids Baird. Took care of business. I'll just say the Coon Rapids Bayard boys took care of business. Leading, how about we could just say the leading the Crusaders, and then the crew? Or should we do CRB and then the crew? CRB? I think they remain atop the, yeah, they're definitely atop the What they need to do, I think they just need to take care of business. They need to beat Exira, and they need to beat Woodbine, and the conference is all theirs. Yeah. And they have Exira on Tuesday. And they got them at home. So this should be a good one. Yeah, this should be a really good one. And yeah, 2 home games. Yep. And then I think they do have Woodbine on the road. That's their last big test they can get past Exira. And then I think they'll have a little too much firepower for Arweeva, but Arweeva's pretty good. Ogden will probably give them a good test going into Exira. That's a lot of games. That's 3 games going in. And then Tuesday they got Woodbine. Then they stepped out of conference for ACGC, which is pretty good. That's a pretty good test for them. And then they'll take care of business against Boyer. They won their 4th straight. Collected their 4th straight win. Improving to 12-2, 10-1. 10-1 within the RVC and 12-2 overall. Because they lost that really close game against ICAM Manning. That was a good game. That's probably one of the best games I've seen in a while. One of the best boys basketball games I saw in a while. Okay, Cam tumbled. Tumbled down to a 4-6. Tumbled. I'll just say slipped. Slipped to a 4-6 conference mark, and I think they are 3-6, 4-6. Okay. And 4-6 overall. Okay, all right. Now, I think. I'm gonna double check and see if the girls play Ogden too. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, girls got him too. Yep. Girls should bounce back. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think they tip off at 6, and the boys. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that 7:30. Oh, 6:15. We can give them 6:15. Usually, rule of thumb is like girls always play at 6. Okay. Okay. Next day. Okay, here are several pictures. Okay. Okay. That's done. And then I just got to do a Wii transfer, and then we're all set, right? Yeah, not bad. Should I kind of switch those up just a little bit? Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to do this real fast. That way it's just kind of, it's not so monotonous looking. It's not like looking this way, everybody's looking this way, and then, you know, in another deal, everybody's looking this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, CRB is done. Now we go to, I should go collect some scores. But we'll transfer stuff real quick, and stuff will kind of hiccup for a second, but it won't be so bad. Yeah, we should be okay. Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, 63 photos. I took a lot. Probably out of what, 2,000, maybe 2,500. Okay, it's gonna slow down. While we're doing that, while we're waiting, we're gonna grab. We'll grab this photo here. Okay. And oh, I showed you the back side of my channel. That's okay. 31. Well, Grand Rapids Bayer. 25. I don't think Kemper Girls played. I don't think Greene County played. Greene County was off. Raccoon River. Okay. This is why it doesn't really warrant. Thank you. That's why I think it doesn't really warrant like its own separate post. Rolling Valley only had that game, and then I think Twin Lakes Conference had, and I'll double check for, I think ICAM Manning too. I don't think they played today. Okay. Alta Aurelia beat SEC. Okay. So Alta Aurelia, and we can peel this into its own window. Just do this. 55. South Central Calhoun. 43. We'll double check Western Iowa. So that's where ICAM Manning's at. Okay. Okay, all right, now we can go to boys. Because I think the boys played several games today. So, Hawkeye 10. Number 5, Kemper. Kemper won today. Yep, Kemper won today. They used a big third quarter to pull away from Grandview Christian. Yeah, big third quarter, if I remember correctly. So 65. 65. And I don't think Grandview Christian is ranked. I don't believe so. Oops. You, Christian. I mean, that would be a good game. But, and that's probably the closest game that Kemper's played in since the Crosstown, their season debut where they fell to Carroll High. Yeah. And I want to double check something really fast. Oh, hold on. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh boy. We'll do that. I was gonna check rankings. I was gonna look at polls. Oh, that's right. I haven't seen any new. I don't think they switched up the polls yet. Hold on, I'm gonna double check. Iowa. High School Athletic Association. There it is. I was just gonna see where if they had the boys, they had basketball rankings. Here we go. Rankings. Do they do some new rankings? Uh-oh. Okay, Kemper's still. Yoda, Madrid, South O'Brien, yeah. Well, Grandview Christian is actually supposed to be here. They moved up to 2A this year. Just in case you're curious. Part of Iowa. Doesn't look like Greene County played. We can do Rolling Valley. CRB should be ranked, but on the other hand, I wouldn't want them ranked because, you know, rankings mess with kids in a weird way. Just saying. Just saying, man. Okay, now we can go to Raccoon River. Carroll High did lose. They did drop. Yeah, they just didn't have enough horses in the buggy to keep up with Dallas Center Grimes. Dallas Center Grimes is actually pretty good. I think they upset a really good Ankeny team. So they're no slouches. Yeah. I'll double check and see if DCG is ranked. They should be a 4A team, but they're not. It's kind of interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. Okay, now I think all we got left is Twin Lakes Conference, maybe? Yeah. South Central Calhoun. That puts them in the driver's seat. They can control their own destiny now. They don't. But, I mean, Rockwell City is a hard place to win at if you're a visiting team. Rockwell City is very tough. Yeah, that's a very tough place to win a game at if you're a visiting team. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. And then we'll go over those wins. We'll go over them. We'll go over them. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, like I talked about, Cam beating or CAM. Is it CAM or is it Cam? I mean, I've always referred to him as Cam. Cam Anita. I think it's CAM. But yeah, like just CRB held the lead for most of the game, and then just CAM just knocked down critical shots down the stretch, and and it kind of exposed, and we'll kick this in. Sorry, exposed kind of a weakness with CRB, to where CRB like may or may not have like a true 3-point shooter. I mean, I hope that gets amended. I hope that's not the case, but that's the observation I took away. Yeah, that's the observation I took away from that. Then Altarulia kind of beat a rebuilding South Central Calhoun team. Rebuilding. So, like I said before, I think the SEC girls, I think next year they'll bounce back. They're taking their lumps this year, and then I think they'll continue to get better, because save for Mia Babcock and Olivia Toms, and Mia's done really well this year. She's really blossomed into a pretty good player, and into a playmaker, and she works, in the paint, and she's tough as nails too. I mean, Mia's a tough kid. I wish Olivia would have a little more playing time, but but then again, it's like you're kind of second in line compared to a really, really good freshman in Blair Schleisman. And I think next year, and then SEC only loses Olivia and Mia, and it's a bummer to see them go, because they've seen some success and they've had a lot of success in their own right. But it's kind of, but the rest of the team around them is very young. Now, SEC will get better next year, because you're having Brennan McAllister be a senior. You're having Breanne Patterson as a senior. You have Blair Schleisman, who's a year older and wiser, along with Sadie Wheelock. Adlin, I think, will be a senior as well. So you'll get some players that'll develop. So I have faith in Kurt Bada. I have faith in him. I have faith in the guy. He just has a good attitude about stuff. I mean, he looks like he's a scary man. He looks like he was like, former college football player. But great guy. I can't speak enough praises about Kurt. I can't speak enough praises about, about Kurt and Julie. And, and Riley's a good kid too. I never interacted with the older siblings, but, Riley grew on me. Okay, now we'll switch over to boys basketball. Okay, so Kemper taking care of business in Gilbert. They used a big they were down at the beginning of the game, and that's not often where Kemper kind of falls behind early, but they used a huge burst in the third quarter to get out of Gilbert with a win over Grandview Christian, 65-55. I believe that is 13 straight. 13 straight for Kemper? I want to say 13 straight. I want to say 13. 13 straight for the Knights? I want to double check that. And luckily I got bound like right. Actually, it's 12 straight. Okay, 12 straight. It looks like Carter had a really good game. Carter Putney had a good game. And Carter's a really good weapon. He's really good working the inside. Really good post guy. Really good post player. Okay, yeah, it's their 13th straight. All right, I got it right on the first try. I got it right. Yeah. Then, of course, like, Brock was really good. He only hit, like, 2 3-pointers, but he did really well at the charity stripe. And then Tragan also had a really good game, too. So, like, Kemper has so many playmakers that if one, like, let's say Michael Kasperbauer has kind of a quiet game, Brock Bading comes out, or Carter Putney has a good game, or and then like, or Carson Caney has a big game, and then like, let's say like Hans Kraus gets into double digits. You know, Kasperbauer is like, you know, he can drive, he can shoot threes. Really solid player. Very, you know, really good. Getting some looks from colleges. But, you know, that is not just like one player and everybody else. It's like an entire team that's got a lot of playmakers. Okay, and Dallas Center Grimes just had a little bit too much compared to Carroll High. I actually have the stats in front of me, thanks to Randy. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Tell you what, and then I like his stuff too. Evan Hammer came away with 16 points. And then Stone Siebenthaler had 7 points and 5 rebounds. Yeah. I mean, everybody else did okay. I mean, Ryan North ended up with 5 points, 2 boards. Jared Moore kind of had a down game. He had a little bit of a down game. But sometimes, like, a team, like, it looked like Carroll High was only down. I mean, they just had a really bad second quarter. They had a really bad second quarter. I mean, they basically, like, if you put it in football terms, since we're in the football playoffs, we can talk football terms, can't we? Dallas Center Grimes outscored Carroll 28-7. I mean, that's just having a very explosive, and that happens, and it'll be okay. Carroll High will be all right. That loss does not hurt them. Of course, CRB defeated CAM 71-53, and then South Central Calhoun, they are now in the driver's seat of the Twin Lakes Conference, defeating Alta Rulia in Lake City 59-43. The Titans win their 10th straight. Win their 10th straight. They win their 10th straight game. Which makes me kind of think, who's the hottest team? Okay, the hottest team in the area right now is Kemper. They've won 13 straight. And they beat a really solid Grandview Christian team. Although Grandview Christian is down compared to compared to recent years. I would say, let's see. I want to look at Rolling Valley real quick. And we want to go to CRB. And CRB They've won 4 straight. But and also CRB controls their own destiny too. They just have to get past Exira on next Tuesday, and then they have to get past Woodbine that following Tuesday. Woodbine is on the road. Exira is at home. If CRB can just win out, if they can win out, you know, they can take care of Ogden. You know, they battle past Arweeva, and Arweeva is a sneaky good team. Seeing them several times, they're very good. But CRB is in the driver's seat. They just have to win. You know, they just have to win out. Yeah, they just have to win out. They have to win like their next 2 conference games, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they have to win their next 3 conference games, and then if they win those, the Rolling Valley Conference is in the bag. Yeah. Because then they have tiebreakers over. They split the season. They split the season series with Woodbine, and they swept Exira. And then CRB might be top of their district. They might host their district tournament. And I think that's what they're aiming for, is to host the district tournament. And then South Central Calhoun. Let's look at the Titans real quick. 10th straight game, 10th straight win. They're now in control of their own destiny. They're in control of their own destiny. I believe they'll take care of West Bend Mallard on the road. Then they got Newell Fonda. And Newell Fonda slipped a little bit, but Newell Fonda is still within striking distance within a very loaded Twin Lakes conference. And they're actually just about as hot as SEC. As they are 5-1. 5-1 in conference. They won their last 6. They're 8-5. So deceiving record. But that should be a good game. Okay, that one, that won't be big. Okay, they got Humboldt. That one, you know, it can go either way. And honestly, you know, SEC doesn't need to win that one, but it would look good on the resume. It would look really good on a resume. It could even, if they manage to win out and they win this one, they're ranked. This is going to end up being a big one. February 2nd will probably be a date that, you know, it's going to be circled. 4 games in a week span, though. And let's bounce back for a second. Okay, so if SEC wins this game, they have 2 crucial conference games. Next Friday against Newell Fonda, which that one's always a barn burner. And they always put it in Lake City. And then the other one is in Manson. If they win those 2 games, TLC's theirs. We'll see what happens. SEC's hot right now, but, you know, teams can cool off. Teams can easily cool off. But yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it for all the work. We made it to the end. We got almost about a solid 2 hours under our belt. Good night. It was a good night. We're just about, well, hopefully, like, I mean, because I got to work tomorrow. And I'll go in the afternoon. unfortunately, I think Tampa Bay, Detroit is on NBC, and I got Peacock, and then I got Paramount Plus for Chiefs Bills, so I should be able to watch both those games. Yeah. And yeah. Oh man. It's not that I'm tired. It's not that I'm tired, I promise. I'm thinking, okay, let's look at a schedule for, I think, next Monday. I think I'm looking at, let's look at next Tuesday. Let's look at next Tuesday basketball. Hold on a second. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna look at the 23rd. I'm just looking and seeing what games I should go catch. What do you do for a living? I write and I take pictures. I basically do sports. So that's why I'm talking high school sports. I could talk NFL. I'm so off on NBA. If you want to talk to me about like basketball, I could talk a little Hawkeyes, talk a little Cyclones. Speaking of the Cyclones, they defeated TCU earlier today. I could talk a little Caitlin Clark, but you know, like living in Iowa, you hear nothing but Caitlin Clark, and she's great. She's a great role model for girls. It's just, you know, the sports guy in me, I get a little worn out. Okay, so yeah, Carroll High is at home. So looks like I'll be, and let's look at Rolling Valley. Okay. That might be the only game I might be at. I know next Monday I'll have girls wrestling. I'll have girls wrestling. Hopefully that answers the question. I write and take pictures of sports. I used to be. I can provide more information. I used to do news and sports for several small publications, small weekly newspapers, and then yeah. Then I freelanced in Texas for a while. Done a lot of Texas. Covered Division II intercollegiate athletics. I've covered indoor football. I've covered junior hockey. Oh man. Now I'm like thinking of all the stuff I've done over the years. Really got into indoor football. I did an indoor football power rankings for a year. That was interesting. Yeah. But thanks for popping by. Thanks for asking me a question. And feel free to give me like the 20 questions treatment. I love answering questions. But yeah, I think, okay, so I'm looking, yeah. So I'll do a girls wrestling tournament Monday, and then I'll stay in town for high school basketball on Tuesday. And then we'll look at Thursday? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I was just seeing if I had anything else like lined up. I know I have a ton of stuff lined up for Friday, next Friday. But I'll stream probably next, just depends. Probably Monday. And then Tuesday might be really tough because I have to whip up stuff for my sister paper in Jefferson. But goodness gracious, what else did I do in like a past life for a living? What's your favorite fast food? Hamburger? Is yours hamburger? My favorite fast food. Oh. There's a lot of good fast food. Yeah, my problem is like, you know, the skinny fat kid. The skinny fat kid in me loves like favorite fast food. Is it anything in particular? Oh, you know what? I know this sounds really off the cuff, like really kind of out there, but like I don't mind like roast beef sandwiches. Yeah. Good old beef and cheddar from Arby's. Yeah, good old beef and cheddar. I like hamburgers too. It just depends on the hamburger. Depends on the chain. Depends on the chain and depends on the location. I'm a big Whataburger fan. I've had In-N-Out. Five Guys. You can never go wrong with Five Guys. Big Eatus, he loves Five Guys. Wendy's depending on the location. But I would say like Arby's sandwiches are amazing. They get too much hate. You know, like Arby's is underrated. But again, it depends on the location because the location of like the Arby's, like it could be like a really shoddy Arby's, like a really cruddy one. Then it's like, I want to stay away from that one. But there could be like a really good Arby's, and I mean, I don't know. How can you mess up like a roast beef, like a hot roast beef and cheddar sandwich? Like, how can you mess that up? I don't know. I should make that a tier list. I love Whataburger. I'll say Whataburger. Like a double, like oh gosh, now you're making me like, now you're making my mouth water. So I was a Whataburger kid, and I'm a skinny fat kid. You can't tell because I wear dark clothes, but I am a skinny fat kid. Oh man, I'm a skinny fat kid. Menu. Why not? Let's see. Here we go. No locations. We need to fix this. Okay. I know exactly where to look. Okay. I know exactly where to look for Whataburger. Never had it. Seems to be popular though. Yeah. Especially with Texans. But yeah, let's look at the menu real quick. Can I look at the menu? Yes. Okay. I always go for a number 2. If I want to really be a glutton, I go with number 3, but number 2, and you gotta get You know, I get all the fixins with it. So like your lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles, you name it, I'll take it. And then with the fries, the cool part with Whataburger, and I think this what separates Whataburger from everybody else, is they offer spicy ketchup with fries. And always go for the spicy ketchup. It's got like a little hint of jalapeno. And yeah, if you're you know, if you're a Midwestern type that really can't take a lot of heat, it won't kill you. It won't kill you. It actually won't. It won't be bad. In-N-Out, like, I think In-N-Out's a little overrated. Mostly because you have to depend on the secret menu items. You have to. Like, the double doubles, like, they don't taste good. Like, they don't taste that great. So, like, I always go with like an animal burger, and then it's got like the sauce in it. Then it tastes. Then it tastes much. It's like it's a much improved taste. And then animal fries, of course. But you have to rely on those secret menu items, and you have to know about them. Otherwise, you're ordering a double double, and it's just like anything else. I've had White Castle. White Castle's okay. White Castle's just sliders. Now let me ask you this: am I restricted to just American food, like hamburger chains, or can I talk about like fast food Mexican chains? Because I got two in mind. This is where I throw the ball in your court. See, I love having an active chat. I love active chats. Except when Big Edis comes in or Danielle, and then they're just being goofballs. But that's my friend circle for you. So I keep it small. I got two fast Mexican food chains, maybe three. Three I have in mind. And I mean, I don't know. You don't need to ask me. I'll release that info. Okay. The first one. Excuse me. The first one is Taco John's. I love Taco John's. I am a Taco John's kid. I love Taco John's. But that's not like fast food like American. That's fast food Mexican. It's Tex-Mex to be, you know, to put it in its own category. And then okay, so there's one. There's Taco John's. I like Taco Bueno. Most people are like, ugh, Taco Bueno. I like Taco Bueno. Their breakfast was really good. Their breakfast burritos were amazing. They had amazing breakfast burritos. And then another, which is kind of like a fast casual, but it's a lot nicer than Chipotle. You know, Pancheros is up there too. I like Pancheros, but Rosa's Cafe. That's a Texas thing, and Rosa's is good. Rosa's is good. They have they make their own tortillas in house, and when they come right out, and they let you take as many as you like. I mean, of course you got to pay, but when they're nice and warm, they just came out of like the oven. Oh, it just melts in your mouth. Oh, yeah, Rosa's Cafe. Rosa Cafe would probably be a 3, like a really high 3. The Bell's okay, but the Bell's menu used to be a lot better. Used to be. I'm not high on Panda Express. I'm not high on Noodles and Company. Dang, I can talk about restaurants. Like I said, I'm a skinny fat kid. I'm a skinny fat kid by nature. I like, if I got company, I'm willing to go out and, you know, and I look like I've eaten a lot of fast food. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's all that there is in Texas. When I lived in Texas for 10 years, it was like there was a church, and it was a mega church, which takes up like 2 blocks. And then right next to it is like a steakhouse. But I mean, Amarillo did get like a Twin Peaks not too long ago, and Twin Peaks is way better than Hooters. You go to Hooters just for the wings and maybe the views, but the views weren't that great in Amarillo. I mean, maybe in other places though. Who knows? I knew like I had friends that worked at Hooters. I know, like, you know, loser like me on stream, like, female friends. No, this is back when I was a little bit thinner. Soda pop and takes, favorites, and won't drinks. Okay, so like favorites and unfavorites. Okay, I'm a Coca-Cola guy. I do like Pepsi, so if Coke were to bring back like its cane sugar formula, I would be more inclined to drink more Coke. And you get that through the Mexican Coke, right? I like Pepsi Throwback, but you gotta know where to find it. But my all-time favorite soda pop is Dad's Root Beer. Dad's Root Beer. Man, that was my childhood, man. Like a can of Dad's Root Beer. Man, that, gosh dang. Now I'm getting like stoner munchies. I'm hungry. Let's see. What's some good soda, like good soda takes? I'm a Coke guy, but I like Pepsi Throwback. Just kind of weird. I drink quite a bit of Mountain Dew, but it's because it's, you know, like it don't kill you like a Red Bull. Although I do drink NOS. But NOS, I don't know. I guess NOS is not as bad. Yeah, I drink quite a bit of Mountain Dew. But Dad's Root Beer, all-time favorite. Except it's now one of those exotic sodas, and it costs like $6 for a 6-pack. And I'm like, it's nice for a nice occasion, but I like cherry 7-Up. Anything cherry, like a good cherry Coke, like from the soda fountain, like old school soda fountain. There's actually an old school soda fountain in Ida Grove, which is about an hour away from me. Okay, Dad's Root Beer is definitely good. Also a fan of Coke more than Pepsi, but I like both. Mountain Dew. Firmly believe that the regular Mountain Dew is not very good, but Voltage. Baja Blast, yes. Oh man, Baja Blast. I love Baja Blast. Yeah, Mountain Dew is like if I get like really desperate, but like Baja Blast, you offer Baja Blast to me, I'm down. I would be down for the party. But let's see what else, like what really good sodas are out there. There's so many good sodas out there. Anything cherry. But sorry to circle back a bit, but there's an old school soda fountain in, I'm going to say I think Voltage is better. Hey, we all have our own opinions. I like it. You know, it's not bad. It's better than regular Mountain Dew, am I right? Now, Mountain Dew Throwback is all right. I like Mountain Dew Throwback because it's the cane sugar. But there's an old school soda fountain, and it was recently like renovated, and it's kind of a cool hangout spot in Ida Grove. And Ida Grove is a cool town to begin with. If you get a cherry Coke from there, whoo, chef's kiss. I mean, I could drink like this. You can't beat the soda fountains, old school soda fountains. That's what I wish could come back. Arcades and old school soda fountains with like soda jerks. Like, bring those back. Bring those back, man. Bring those back. Like, that's something like Recollection Road needs to like hammer home. They need to talk about like old school soda fountains. I love old school soda fountains. I mean, I think they're kind of making a little bit of a comeback, but they definitely need to make a comeback. Like that and like old school ice cream places. Like I mean, they could do more than just like the old school soda fountains. They could do like malts, shakes, sundaes. Like if people are really into sundaes anymore, banana splits. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I talked to a lot of. I don't know if I don't know if banana splits are really like a young person thing anymore. Not like a Young Lions thing. Young Lions. But yeah, like anything cherry, like a good cherry Coke, like from the soda fountain, has to be not like the soda fountains you would find like in a gas station or like the self-serve. Like the ones where like you go and you order it like at the old school soda fountain, and the soda jerks like will do that for you, and they craft you like, you know, the cherry Coke. Or even better, okay, here's another one. Okay, so let me do like just sort of like a top three, otherwise like we get a way too far off course. Dad's root beer, vanilla Coke or vanilla Pepsi. Either one are pretty darn good. And then I would say Baja Blast would be like my 3. So technically it's 4. You can make your, you can make your own call on that one, but yeah. Yeah, I love going on these tangents. I love active chats. Although I need to drink water because like it's after midnight, and like Mountain Dew and energy drinks, that almost like makes me feel like Gizmo after midnight. I'm gonna become a gremlin. I love Gremlins. That's a good movie. Like, and what's crazy is like both like I never saw the cartoon on Max, but I love the first 2 movies. Let's see. But no, if Voltage tastes good to you, sweet, man. Are you a big gamer? Yes. Bad thing is like I don't game as often on the computer as I want to. Like, I was a big gamer when I was a kid too. How I got into video games, I wasn't huge into video games right from the get-go. It took a relative to come home with an old school with an NES and play like Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3, and but yeah, like as far as old school, big time old school. I could talk about video games. The Pal Worlds came out. I'd like to try that sometime. Whether I can do it on stream is like another thing in and of itself, because I would have to hardwire the PC into the, and it's, unfortunately, they're just like too far away. Like, I'd have to get like a nice long cord, and the problem is with long cords like that is like the connection's not as good. And then I've done Wi-Fi before. It's worked for me in other locations, but here it's really been a struggle. Like, I tried like playing a little Fortnite, and I mean, before you judge me, like, I was pretty decent at Fortnite. I'd win a game or two. But like, I had really good Wi-Fi, and I had a really good like hardwire. But I'd like to play more. I like to play like Lethal Company. I have enough friends to play Lethal Company. I know it sounds really weird. It's like, oh, do you have any friends? Yes. As far as old school games, we'll drift back to that for a second. Super Mario Brothers 3, and then one of my first games was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the really hard one that looks nothing like that plays nothing like the arcade. God, I struggled at that game so much. But I would say the best NES games would be like Super Mario Brothers 3, Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. But that's nowhere near like what I believe is like the greatest game of all time. And Tecmo Super Bowl, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Tecmo Super Bowl. I mean, even Tecmo Bowl was all right. It was good. As far as NES, I had, like Super Mario World, I would say is one of the best games of all time. I mean, it seems like they continue to get better. And then like I failed to keep up with Mario. Mario outpaced me pretty easily, but I mean, like, I went from being like a Nintendo kid, like, and I liked Sega, but I never like, I mean, I was like poor, so I had things, but I didn't have everything. So like, I had the NES, but I had a Game Gear. I mean, people are like, what? Like, you had a Game Gear, but not a Game Boy? I was like, man, I love the Game Gear because it was color. I had like Tasmania, and I would beat the crap out of that game. Once I figured out how to like get past the first level, easy. Let's see. I guess it just depends on the era, because like, you have your old school like vintage era, like, for the NES, the SNES, the Genesis. And then you have like your PlayStation, Xbox. Then you have your current, which is like your consoles or your PC. What's another game I really got into? Civilization. No. Let me peel back on that. Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. That was my junior high right there, along with Metal Gear Solid. Love Metal Gear Solid. Who doesn't love Metal Gear Solid? There are people that are so into the lore, and but that was just a good franchise. And I think it ran out of gas and ran its course, and that happens until somebody else comes around and really injects new life into it. But it ain't gonna be Konami. It could be somebody within Konami. Who knows? Madden used to be good. Madden 04. Madden 04 was probably the last great Madden game. And then from there, it just went downhill. I was a big Blitz the League guy. I loved Blitz the League. I thought Blitz the League 2 was a great game. I loved Blitz the League 2. Even if it was like, you know, like, even though it was a little raunchy for younger audiences, I loved it. I was like, it's so edgy. I like it. Edgy. Current gen, you know, I couldn't get into Warzone for the life of me. Fortnite, like, you know, people are like, oh man, you like Fortnite. Blech. It's for kids. But I don't know, I enjoy Fortnite. What other games do I really like? Oh, I forgot to reveal like my favorite video game of all time. It's Turtles in Time. I love Turtles in Time. I mean, there's nuances with the arcade that I really love. And then there's like nuances with the SNES that I love. So I love both of those equally. But Turtles in Time, my all-time favorite. And I think, I mean, I do have the Cowabunga. I can't English today. I do have the Cowabunga collection, so I could stream it. And I mean, like, you know, and I have control. Like, I have a controller, but it doesn't feel like the old SNES controller. I do have a fight stick that I could use for it. I was a big fighting game person too. Oh man, I spent so many hours on Street Fighter Alpha, like the OG Street Fighter Alpha. Street Fighter Alpha. Am I really a Mortal Kombat person? Maybe like the current generation, but I never played Mortal Kombat 1. I thought Mortal Kombat 9 was good. But I was always a Street Fighter guy. Always liked Street Fighter. I was back in that middle period was when I was really into video games. I liked Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2? Regardless of the console? I would say Soul Calibur 2 for the Xbox was really good. It's had Spawn. But was I a big Spawn fan? No, not really. I mean, I really liked that Keith David voiced Spawn. But yeah, like, I'm not huge on. But like, I've heard like that Soul Calibur 2 for the game, was it the GameCube? That was good. Had Link in it, which was perfect. Then they tried going too far, like they put in like Yoda and Darth Vader, and I was like, nah. Wasn't that Soul Calibur 4 when they did that? Because I played the crap out of Soul Calibur 3. And I was like, it's nowhere near as good as Soul Calibur 2. I did play Tekken a lot back in the day. Early PlayStation days, I played Tekken 3. Real fun story about Tekken 3. I played the crap out of it, unlocked all the characters. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, you know, you had to play like the Tekken Force and everything to unlock Dr. B. Excuse me. Had to unlock Dr. B, and Dr. B would lay on his back. And Dr. B was actually kind of cool to like play as, because he was like on his back, and then he would use his legs. And then he would do like a cool combination of where he would just like, it was a cool, like, it was kind of a cool like uppercut type of deal, where he would boom, boom, and then he would like turn like to like, and do like a donkey kick. And it would send like the opponent really sky high. It was great. And then there was Gon. Gon had like these little tiny arms, and one of my favorite things to do I was just such a jerk when I played Tekken 3. You know, you go up and like when you knock somebody out or whatever, you like Gon had such little arms, you boom, 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 boom. And then like, you know, like you knock the person out and they're trying to fall to the ground. They're trying to fall. Like they do the death cry and everything. And you're just still wailing on them, and then you like hit them with the tail and they go flying. Oh, it's great. It was just such a good insult to injury. But I played it really hardcore, like unlocked all the characters, and then when I was in high school, I hadn't played it for years. Went to a friend's house, and like they had younger siblings. They just started playing Tekken 3, and I was like, I haven't played in a while. I'll play with y'all. I would just whoop on them so bad. It was like I never left. And they got so mad. They get so mad. And then so what I started to do, because I was like, well, I feel bad, is I started to beat like the game as certain characters to help them unlock like more stuff. Because that was like what it was back in the day. You know, another one of my favorites is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I played the crap out of that game just to unlock everybody, and the more times you beat it, the more people you unlocked. That's how it should be. I mean, I don't believe in this old DLC crap. You know, I'm too old school. It's like I love just like beating the game and unlocking a character. And it's like, oh cool, somebody new to try. It's like it rewarded you for beating the game. Kind of like the rare instance where you beat Metal Gear Solid, but you don't give into the torture. Instead, you resist and you resist and you keep resisting, and then they go away after a while. And that's the ending where you get Meryl versus the ending with Otakon. And I love Otakon, don't get me wrong. But I remember the ending with Meryl. I was like, yeah, but nobody. Mario Kart Wii had the best character unlocks. It was so exciting getting a new character of Kart. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mario Kart was just. I mean, I think I played that like in the demos. I mean, this shows how old I am. You know, they had the demo kiosks at like Target, Walmart. They used to have these demo kiosks where you could play these games. I remember, what was it? Walmart had a demo deal for PlayStation, and they had like Brave Fencer Musashi, and then they had it was like Rival Schools. That was cool. That was fun. And then Target had various games. And then the ones I loved were, and this just makes me, like, it takes me back, but, like, JCPenney had, was it JCPenney or was it Sears? I think it was Sears. Sears had, like, a spot in the store that had, or a part of the store that was electronics. Like, it was all the video games, and they had a video game kiosk. It was for the SNES, and you could play like Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong Country, maybe Killer Instinct, and that was fun. And like Mom would just be like, "There you go." I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here and I'm just gonna like play the crap out of this." And Mom was like, "Okay, I'll be back in like 20 minutes." That's cool. I mean, so like, let me ask you this. So like, for Mario Kart Wii, like, is it you more so beat the levels, or if I remember correctly, it's the circuits, right? You beat the circuit and you get maybe like another character, or you get like a variant, like a, because I mean, I think there's so many variants you can go with. Because I remember looking at that, and that's pretty cool. You have to do well enough in the circuit. Place first at the end of the 4 tracks. Okay. All right. That's kind of what I was thinking. You got to do really well in the circuit. 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, mirror, all had characters. Ooh, okay. You know what I thought was is a really good game. I think it recently made a comeback. Was when the Mario franchise did soccer. It was like Super Mario Strikers. I thought that was great. That was a great concept. Great concept, because I mean, for Mario, you don't want to do like American football, because American football is an art and a science, and it's too complicated for. I mean, I don't want to sell anybody short, but for like the casual international fan, it can get a little complicated. But like soccer, oh yeah, easy. I mean, I think in some respects it's more fun to play than FIFA. Ooh, hot takes. But yeah, that's what I think. It's kind of. I wasn't, huge into Super Mario. Like, I wasn't huge into Mario Kart, but I have played it. Played the baseball one on Wii, Super Sluggers. Okay, Super Sluggers had so many characters. Okay. Okay, so, like, one of my favorite, like, left field characters out of the entire Mario franchise, and I hope they can put him in movie form someday, is Waluigi. I think everybody loves themselves a little Waluigi. Everybody loves them some Waluigi. I think Dry Bones is underrated. Dry Bones. And then, let me think. So many characters. Yeah, Waluigi you can't go wrong with. And then, like, well, I mean, I loved Yoshi when I was a kid. And then, I mean, if they do the sequel for Super Mario Brothers, of course they're gonna center on Yoshi. Yoshi's Island was good. Yeah. But I hated the part where, like, you lost Baby Mario and Baby Mario is all wailing and you're trying to get him and you got a countdown from 10. Oh. And then like you're about to get him and then it hits 0 and like Baby Mario gets snatched away. And I would get so pissed. I'd be so mad. But Waluigi. Waluigi. I don't know if he said his name. It's always like, wah, wah. It's like whales and noises. That's kind of how I communicate some days. Oh man, we're having fun. We having fun. I was just gonna see if there are any of my favorite YouTubers on. No. I guess I'm the only one left standing. There's always Twitch. I thought about, like, I was like, God, do I start up, because I've had this YouTube channel for a long time. And then I really wanted to just start streaming. So I built a computer that could do it all if need be. Now it's like, now it can't. because everything gets like the file sizes keep getting larger and larger, especially once you venture into Warzone. Warzone is torture. Not only did it include our lovely fellow Waluigi, it had King, some Kongs, and the damn pinata guys. Huh. So they had everyone. Like, they're just like, okay, all right. We gotta fill out these rosters. We need to dig deep. Dig deep. To fill out these rosters and make them full of these unique characters. And you know, and props to, props to that Super Mario universe that's been built up over the last 3 decades and more, to have that library of characters to choose from. I mean, props. Like, I would hate to think of a world where, like, Super Mario Brothers and Nintendo did not pull like video games out of the doldrums following like the crash of '83, when they were just trying to churn out games for the sake of just meeting deadlines, and then the games weren't good, and unfortunately, like in the early '80s, just the technology is not there. But now, like, the technology's there, the lore is there. That's what's really great about Mario, is they can do a whole cinematic universe around. I mean, that's going to be what's going to happen the next 10 years. Is there's going to be, I mean, of course, like they're going to make Godzilla and Kong movies, and they're going to make them wacky, like the old Showa films. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to really treat video game movies with a little more respect, because the people that are directing and producing are actually like big believers in that video games can turn into good movies. I think the Super Mario Brothers movie proved that point. Yeah, I'm just going off on tangents, but that's just making me think. It's putting the old thinking cap on. That it's that all that Mario's come such a long way. I mean, Sonic's come such a long way, and it was Sonic that started everything. Now there's an idea, but they've already done that with Mario and Sonic go to the Olympics. I'm sure they're going to come out with a new one with the Olympics coming up this year in Paris. So that'd be kind of cool. Oh, it would be a great crossover though. If they eventually like lead up to like, well, they can't do it because of different movie studios, but I've been hearing rumblings, and this is just like, this is hearsay. Take this with a grain of salt, but I would love to see Hayden Christensen voice Shadow. I mean, it would fit in so nicely. Shadow the Hedgehog, wow. I mean, and think of all the lore that's been built up with the Sonic characters. Going from, like just Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Amy Rose, to doing Sad AM. And Sad AM was, for a lot of like Americans like me, like Sad AM was like Sad AM and the Archie comics were my childhood. And then Ken Penders went really just weird for the echidnas. But back then, that was like, they didn't come out too often. And that was like, oh, that was cool. But then Sega was like, all right, we're going a completely different direction. We're going to do this. And I think it came out better in the long term than just sticking to Sad AM and the Archie comics. Because the Archie comics went really off the rails. I mean, it was great. man, that just ages me. I don't know either that ages me like milk or ages me like wine. But, you know, I grew up on those Archie comics. I mean, I had like the whole Endgame saga that led up to Sonic 50. You know, and then I actually had like the Mario comics. I mean, I think they were originally in the Nintendo Power, but they released like a graphic novel version not too long ago, and I picked that up. I know I'm bouncing from Mario to Sonic, but yeah, I rooted for both when I was a kid. I didn't pick Mario over Sonic or Sonic over Mario. I liked them both equally. And then, like, you know, this is kind of a confession, is I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kid. I was all about TMNT. And then when the Power Rangers started becoming popular, I was like, oh man, I don't like Power Rangers. They took over the Turtles spot. And then, like, over time, I mean, heck, even I started to like Power Rangers. And I was like into the movie and everything. But that was like classic Power Rangers. That's classic Power Rangers. And then, the things that have always stuck with me through all the years has been Godzilla. So if you look really closely, that one's the Godzilla 1985 poster. It's just a recreation, so it's not. And then over here is Shin Godzilla. There we go. I'm just kind of pointing randomly. Shin Godzilla. And then I got like a Godzilla King of the Monsters poster. Another one. I got more in the closet. Yeah, Godzilla is stuck with me forever. From, you know, Godzilla being ridiculed as just being a dude in a suit to you know, being what he is today. Whew! Wow, I'm spent. I know, I just go on these wacky tangents, but this is, I mean, like, I love going off of chat. I love going off the chat. You know, when you have an active chat and you really, like, and for me, this is for fun. I'm not doing this for profit. Heck no. Why would I? You know, like, let's do this for fun. You know, I love photo editing. I like taking people behind the scenes on what I do. And then another thing is this is way better than talking to myself. Way better than talking to myself. And, you know, like, you know, in case I'm the Maytag man and everything's, you know, I become the loneliest guy in town because everything's working, you know, working prim and proper, you know, I can carry conversations with myself. I mean, if you practice since childhood, I mean, it's not like this type of stuff where it's like, oh man, you're winning your own arguments in the shower. Yeah. But I've always could yak like the best of them. And then it's even better. It's okay to like talk with yourself, but it's even better when you can talk with a chat. And then just bounce off of that. And then, you know, like, I love being given 20 questions. It's like, oh man, like, you know, what do you do? Like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite video games? You know, I go off on these tangents and I tell stories, and then I become like old grizzled vet. And I'm like, yeah, I remember doing this, and this, and this, and this. I remember this, and this, and it really, you know, it really tickles the nostalgia bone, and, you know, those nostalgia chords really, you know, strums those and gets me thinking, and makes me think of those good times. You know, before, you know, I mean, I think, you know, I don't think like things are that bad. I mean, you always look at nostalgia with like You know, you always look at nostalgia with like, you know, rose tinted glasses, right? But, you know, you couldn't have like something like this like back in the 90s. Like, this would be like Star Trek type of stuff. This would be like Star Trek. But I love Star Trek The Next Generation, by the way. Love Star Trek Next Gen. In case you're curious about the music in the background, it is Stream Beats by Harris Heller. The link to good old Harris is down below. Not only does he record DMCA free music, and it's several different genres, like I think the other night I had lo-fi, I had hip-hop, this is synthwave, he even has rock, and they have original songs like that are even more original than the already original songs. So, like, yeah, I would say he does just about everything, and he keeps on adding more stuff. So check him out. And then Harris himself, he gives tips and tricks and lets you in on like the little nuances released by Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. Really good stuff for beginning streamers. I've gained a lot of like knowledge just by listening to Harris, quite a bit. And he always has stuff that's engaging. One of those guys that made it and just wants to share the love. So yeah, check him out. Other than that, I think I'm about to wrap up. I said I was about to wrap up about an hour ago, and then had a nice little good old questions about, you know, what I like and what I do, and I love that stuff. I love it. I don't even mind some trolls. I know trolls will come around, like Twitch is notorious for its trolls, but I mean, I love the trolls too. I love everyone. You know, I don't know. Wait. Before I say I love everyone, hold on a second. You gotta love everyone, right? But there's times where, like, you love people more than some other people. But, you know, that's just, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. And at the end of the day, you gotta think of streaming as fun. You gotta think of YouTubing as fun. And you never should forget that. From interacting with chat, I love interacting with chat. You know, never worry about like anybody out of this channel asking for anything else other than like a like, a subscribe, and a dinging of the bell, so you can be notified when I pop on and do photo editing, or I'm just on here and I just want to chat, just want to talk to people, you know. Because yeah, you know, like, and this is kind of a mild confession, you know, as you get older, like once you get out of high school, once you graduate from college, and you do not have a close circle of friends or a wife or like kids that keep you preoccupied, you're married to the career, you get a little lonely. And by no means like this is like any sort of confession of a love quest, or kudos to those who would get the reference, but I married the career. and that's okay. Um, you know, your as life goes on, your circle of friends gets smaller and smaller, and only the real ones are left. I think there's a good old like quote from Shinedown that says, there are, those who show up, those who are gone, like out of the picture when things get tough. Those fair weather friends. Then there's the real ones. I dig those real ones, and my friends aren't exactly supermodels. They aren't even pleasant to look at, but they're my friends at the end of the day, and I keep that circle small. And this is kind of my way of finding new people and trying new things and experimenting, because if you weren't learning, you're dying. There's not a day that shouldn't go by where you learn something new, or you pick up some new morsel of knowledge. Just some words of wisdom from a skinny fat kid that ain't getting any younger. There'll be people that'll be like, well, Tyler, you're quite young. But hang with me for some time, and I will probably, I have enough stories to, and I kid about this, I have enough stories to fill out an autobiography. And it's that Indiana Jones quote, it's not about the age, it's about the mileage. And I love it. I love it. I can look back at what I've done and didn't do, and say, my life was interesting. And streaming's one of those, one of those parts of the journey. And you should have that. You should have that too, where you, at the end of the day, you're able to keep a record of all the cool things you've done, all the places you've seen, all the interesting people you've interacted with, and have that information. And the best thing to do is either air it out or write it down and have it for prosperity. And there you go. There's your inspirational speech for the evening. I like it. I think before I call her good, and retire for the evening. Thank y'all who popped by and dropped by and said hello. I really appreciate it. I appreciate any and all. Give me your tired, give me your poor. Trickle on in. That's a little Dr. Disrespect quote. I love Dr. Disrespect, by the way. Shout out to the two-time back-to-back 1993, 1994 blockbuster video game world champion and international video gaming superstar. Yeah, big Dr. Disrespect fan. I actually have a Dr. Disrespect poster over here, and then I have, what else do I got of Dr. Disrespect? Oh, I got a little figurine in the other room. But yeah, you gotta decompress somehow from your work, right? So my form of decompression is just watching streams and watching other people get mad at video games, so I don't have to. But yeah, it's been a good night. I should be back Monday. Because mostly I gotta work in the office tomorrow night. And then I'll be back Monday. We'll talk football, we'll talk wrestling, we'll talk girls wrestling. We'll talk about a lot of stuff. So, yeah. So, whew. I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. So, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. I'm gonna, like, I don't know. I might have me a midnight snack, who knows. And then, I might get out of here, who knows. Like, face plant a pillow. Maybe watch more YouTube. Maybe, like, look back at, like, you know, hopefully, like, there's some, you know, there isn't any audio issues or anything. Who knows? But tonight was a good night. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Anybody who comes in and steps foot inside the Liger's den, you are welcome. But until next time, you be good. You around this time of year, you stay warm. You stay warm because it's cold. I think it's supposed to warm up soon, though. But take care. God bless. If you're atheist, how would I phrase that? I like you too. I like you too. I like you too. And you know, just be good, man. Be good. Don't stop with just being good. Be excellent. Okay. Seriously, I'm out of here. Have a good one.